Hey, good to see you. Welcome to Life with Andy, where we discuss life and the lessons learned along the way. Now, many of the topics we discuss actually come from you as a viewer, and I'm so grateful for that because it encourages me to think about other areas of my life and really shows this, online relationship we have going on. So I'm grateful for that. Today's topic is no exception, as Brandon asked me to talk about the idea of finding yourself. And thinking about this has been a big challenge, but I'm so grateful for that because it's helped me to evaluate where I am now and where I'm going in the future. If I were to assess my life personally, in a lot of areas, I feel like this year has been a year where I'm finally maybe content, or I feel like I'm getting into my groove as myself. But that said, there's many areas of my life where I am still finding myself. And I think something that's helped me get to this point was letting go of the idea that finding myself was an end destination, that one day I'll get there, everything will be perfect, I'll be, know everything about myself. But that's just not true. In my experience, I found that finding yourself is less of a final destination, but more of a journey, that as you go through life, as you age, as you have different experiences or relationships, you learn about yourself, you grow, and sometimes as you walk forward, it helps you get a greater picture or more clarity about who you are. Now, I believe the self is formed by two main components. There's, your own personal nature and personality that's innate to you, that's how you were born, I guess, but also that component that's shaped by our environment and experiences. And sometimes what I find can happen is if we've gone through particularly traumatic or just life in general, to be honest, that those environment experiences can create a lot of confusion about who we are and can, make it cloudy and create a lot of uncertainty within. And something that I recommend to do if you are in that situation is to prioritize time to, disconnect from others and just to rest in, solitude, to really reflect and understand who you are. Spend time with yourself. I guess it's like a relationship with someone else. You spend time with them to get to know them. But when was the last time that you spent intentional time where you're not keeping yourself busy, watching TV or trying to be productive, but just spent time with yourself to understand you? That can be pretty uncomfortable, but I find that those experiences are so valuable in uncovering who you are. But also, they can be a bit upsetting or distressing at times because it can also reveal some of the negative beliefs we have about ourselves. And many of these beliefs often come from our experiences with others, whether that's your parents, whether that's a school bully, whether that's a boss, whoever. A lot of the words that people can speak can often stick to us, and we can be the ones that keep replaying it in our head over and over, to the point that we're convinced that we believe that we are stupid, we're a failure, that we can't do anything. Whatever those thoughts are, they're not from you. They often come from what others said, and the chances are for many of these people, they might not even remember telling you. But we're the ones that are consistently replaying this, convincing ourselves that that is us. So that time alone is really important because it allows you to, distinguish the thoughts that are us and also those thoughts that are from others, and give you some freedom from those. So when, say, you get a thought that, say, you don't think you're good enough, you say, actually, no, that's a lie. I am good enough. And for me, in my experience, my faith plays a big role in helping me distinguish those things, because in my life I have had a lot of negative things said about me, or sometimes it's even positive things that can confuse you about who you are. But I find that my faith gives me a solid platform and grounding in who I am, and that confidence that I am loved for me whether I'm feeling awesome one day or absolutely terrible, that who I am, regardless, I have confidence in that love of myself, and I'm so thankful to God for that. And that's my personal experience. But whatever that is for you, to get to that place, look for that and try that, and I'm sure you'll be amazed at what happens there. Time by myself has been a very valuable resource in my journey for finding myself. But there are a few other things that I've also done that really helped me too, and continue to help me to this day. Journaling is one of those things because it gives me an opportunity to, I guess, distill a lot of these emotions and thoughts that are loosely connected and I don't understand, and it allows me just to get things out of my head. And I find that as I write, it helps me really to dig down to what I'm really thinking, what I'm really feeling, and then it gives me a chance to process it and understand. So that's where journaling is a great help for me. And it also, I guess, stops me from carrying things internally until I get completely confused, lost, overwhelmed. But it helps to give me continual clarity, and it also gives me the opportunity to reflect on my past and read what I've written previously, so then I can start to pick up trends, patterns, behaviors about how I live, and hopefully stick to the good ones, but also address the things that are recurring that aren't so positive. And connected to that is taking the time to review your life, review both the positive and the negative decisions, because often they can reveal interests, beliefs, give you direction and clarity by reviewing, what were you proud of? What do you regret? What do you wish you could do differently? And that's all really useful information that you can apply to get a greater understanding of who you are, how you operate, and if there's anything that you're not quite comfortable with, that you can change. Finding yourself is a process, absolutely. It's a journey, I really believe that. So if you find yourself in a place where maybe you feel like you're looking in yourself and you don't like who that person is, it's okay, I swear, I've been there myself, and it is a horrible feeling when you don't like the person that you see in the mirror. But I just want to encourage you that absolutely can change, that you can come to a point where you like who you see, that you're comfortable with who you are, your quirks and all. And the way to do that is to take a step. Try something positive for yourself. If you have a hobby, pursue that. If there's something you've always wanted to try, do that. But most importantly, it's important to be kind to yourself. And if you struggle to be kind to yourself, something that really helps me is I separate myself from the situation. So what I do, if I'm saying negative stuff about myself, or I'm doubting that I can find who I am or whatever, what I try to do is I separate myself from the occasion and then try view it as if I'm a third party. So say I have a negative thought, and I think if someone said that to a good friend of mine or my brothers, what would I say? And often I'd roll them, I'd be like, what the heck, no, they're awesome, like they're blah, 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 I'll speak about the positive things I see and then the things I'm thankful for, and just throw away any garbage lies. And I find if I do that for myself, it makes such a big difference. To recap what we've gone over so far, it's important to change the narrative. Change it from a narrative of finding yourself as a final destination to finding yourself as a journey. Take time by yourself, separate from your environment so you can reflect internally, assess your life, the positive and negative decisions that you've made. Just spend time getting to know you, because the more time you spend with yourself, the more you'll learn about yourself. And in addition to that, we also talked about journaling as a way of unwinding and decompressing your thoughts and putting them together so you have something to look back on over time to see patterns and trends and behaviors that you might not be aware of at the moment. If you are in a place where you don't like who you are, or you feel like you're completely lost and you don't know what to do, that's okay. I think that's a very human experience, and I'm yet to meet someone who hasn't been there at least once. I know for myself, I have, and I have days where I feel like I'm going back. But life's a journey, and if you want to find yourself, I think it's important just to take a step. You can grow, you can change. Humans are amazing for that ability that while we have that core essence of who we are, we can grow through our experiences. We can become people that we're proud to be. I just want to encourage you that who you are, regardless of what you do, you have value, and I so appreciate your time watching today. If you do have any more questions about this or comments, I'm not an expert in this area. I'd love to hear your thoughts about finding yourself and what has worked for you, or maybe even any struggles that you have as well. Please let me know in the comments. Other than that, thank you so much for watching Life with Andy. I'll see you next time. Take care.